I don't know how he balances all of it. Cam wears a lot of hats, and he has a full plate all the time.
I always put too much on my plate, and I kind of need that to operate and feel like a good sense of self-worth. I want to ride as long as I can, as hard as I can, and I wanted to set up all these businesses kind of as a retirement plan, or, I just wanted something to fall back on to where I could actually stop riding on my own will. I don't want to ever have to go to backflips like a monkey for someone. By running Sensus for a number of years, it gave me just enough business credibility to where they took me seriously. And we started selling bikes in the end of January 2015. Since then, we've been selling all the YT Industries bikes that are sold in the US. There's a lot of growing pains and a lot of extra work, and now we're just starting to get to where we're kind of cruising.
You want to talk? Now you're gonna talk, huh?
Asher is 3 months old now, and when he came out, just surprised us with his bleach blonde hair, and we kind of changed the name up last minute. But he's a good little baby.
Ayla is now 3, going on 13. You think with her personality.
Taking her to school on this little motorcycle is like the highlight of her day, and all the other kids are jealous. It's cool because it's just enough to where she goes to school, interact with friends, but she's not away from home too much. I think even my wife tends to forget like who I really am in riding, and who she met a long time ago, because it's just such a different person, and trying to be so mellow and relaxed and calm around the house. And I try to put all the aggression that I can into riding and all that, but when I'm home, just trying to be a nice, mellow dad and not like a gnarly dude, So this is the first year that I'm not doing slopestyle. I now have some property north of town too, so I've been mainly just trying to ride as much as I can and stay fresh, and then build new stuff to where I can actually practice on and get more quality riding time in and progress on a daily basis. Then I've had a couple injuries to deal with, an ankle injury earlier in the year, and then I popped my shoulder out, and I've been struggling with that since Rampage 2015. I've had some hurdles and some adversity to overcome, but I've been able to ride my downhill bike more and not have the majority of my day focused on new tricks for slopestyle.
Oh gosh. Rampage is always just my least favorite and the scariest.
I've done every Rampage except for the first 2. It was 01 and 02, and I wasn't as well known then. This will be my 10th Rampage, that's a trip. I think Rampage is its own sport. It's like big wave surfing, where people don't even grasp it to where they want to actually even try it. It's so far-fetched, but it also encompasses mountain biking. It's changed everything. Say you sit next to an old lady on a plane or some random person, and they'd be like, "What do you do?" And tell them I ride mountain bikes. And they're like, "Oh, have you ever seen those guys in Utah on these just cliffs and these?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I do."
Zink makes the drop.
I wouldn't do something that's going to put me at risk any more or less because of having kids. I do things because I see they line up, and I think that it's so much more possible than I guess the next guy, and that's why I'm going to do it, and that's why he won't. 360s are one thing, It's one of the first tricks a lot of people learn, and then when you add it to a downhill bike, then it becomes even harder, and then you try to do it on a downhill bike off a drop, and it's a whole nother world. You're just kind of floating backwards off a cliff, and it feels like an eternity. It's the sickest feeling ever, especially off some of the bigger drops I've done. I'd love to be doing that on my own out in the middle of the desert anyway, but when there's that many people there and that much crowd and money on the line and titles and everything and best tricks, it just amplifies it so much. And I know that I can win again, I know that I can get best trick, I want all these things, and it's even more motivation to be able to bring both my kids on the podium this time. Been trying to preserve myself to get here for so long, and actually made it. Now it's time to just let it rip.